This woman want to know, why a lot of men out here has this disdain for single mothers, especially when we talk about men within the black community in particular. Let me go and roll this clip, and I kind of want to give just maybe some insight into this.
Where is this hatred for single mothers coming from? Like, y'all are so upset at women for being single mothers, but you're never upset at the father for being a deadbeat. I get on this app daily and I see, oh, you're a single mom, you should have picked a better man. Or maybe the man just should have did what the fuck he was supposed to do and be a better man. And I feel like y'all forget this is real life that we're living in, and sometimes people do manipulate who they are for the time being to get what they want. So that man may have very well been a peacock and showed that woman a completely different person, and then when that baby came, it flipped the script. Stop acting like that's not a possibility. Stop acting like women lay down with men to be single mothers. That's not the case. Now, this one pertains to me. I'm a single mother, but my son, his father, is actively in his life. They have a great relationship, and we co-parent. I don't know why y'all automatically associate single mother with being left and not valued and this, that, and the third. No. Me and my son's father were mature enough to know that, hey, we're not working out romantically, but we can be damn good co-parents. It's no animosity. We're great friends. If I need something, if he needs something, we're able to do that, and we're able to come together and give our son a healthy environment without being in a romantic relationship. We can admit when, hey, this is not working. Let's figure out something else to do. Not everything got to be so toxic. And it's like actual comments under some of my videos saying like, oh, my son needs a father. He got one. Why do y'all assume things like that based off of just looking at someone that, like, what are you talking about at this point? And let me say this. If you're one of those women who are like, I'm waiting until marriage to have a man's baby, a man has to get down on one knee, I think that's very beautiful. I think that's a good commitment. I think that speaks highly of you. And I love that you value yourself enough to do such. But what I don't like is the women who want that and speak down on women who don't get that. It's just like, why do you have to do that? Why?
When they make the statement that your mama's black, and they usually use that statement when a black man says, well, I really don't, date black women. I date this woman, I date that woman. And a lot of black women say, well, what are you talking about, man? They're like, how you going to say you don't date black women? Your mother's black, your sister's black, your grandmama, your auntie, everybody else, all the women in your life has been black, but now you just don't want to have no dealings with the women in your community. Now, take that your mama black thing. Some of these guys' mama was a single mother. And remember, they mama black. Now, you may say, well, some of these guys would date a single mother who is white or Asian or Latino or whatever, but yet they got a problem with black single mothers. Remember, their mother's black. They didn't grow up with a white mama, a Latino mama, a Asian mama, etc. So a lot of these guys have disdain from single mothers because of their childhood a lot of times. That certain things they went through with their mother, that when they look at other black women and they literally could see their mother, right? You say their mama black, so they literally could see their mother. Some black women have the same mannerisms as their mother, some of them. And some of the triggering becomes from their upbringing. Now, that particular black woman has nothing to do with his mama and his upbringing, but that's how some of them respond. So when they see the same cycle being repeated in the black community of single motherhood, and some of the same things that maybe they went through, they see other people, and they say, well, maybe if my mama would have chose better, let's call it what it is. They never say about their mama choosing better. Maybe my mama would have chose better. I wouldn't have went through what I went through with my dad that wasn't around. Or my mom was a single mom because my mama was crazy. She ran my dad off. I see how she ran my dad off. That sort of mindset. So it can make them kind of turned up on single mothers a little bit based off of some of their upbringing. It's not so much the woman herself, it's their upbringing. Now, what she said about the situation, well, they didn't work good together, but they're good co-parents. The issue in the Black community is, why are we always putting the cart before the horse? In other words, how come we can't put a marriage before children? It's like children is a major thing to bring into the world. You taking the DNA of two people, two families, and meshing it to one individual. We don't really respect our DNA. We don't respect our family lineage. We just so quick to lay down and have children, and then, we got a co-parent, child support, etc. All these things can be prevented by simply just being adults and say, hey, I'm going to do what I need to do as a man and a woman to not have children. You could be intimate responsibly and not do that. But in our community, we always producing children, actually with each other a few months. And now here comes the woman pregnant all of a sudden. Then you realize you just didn't like her like that, or she didn't like you like that, or both. And now y'all not with each other, but yet the child is here. And now the child's in the middle of all of this mess, when both of y'all being grown adults could have prevented this from happening. And some children who grew up that can't stand single mothers was in the middle of that y'all just really didn't like each other. Now, maybe her situation, they cool, but some situations it's not. You shouldn't have to figure it out after you get pregnant or whatever, the baby come. Well, maybe we just not good romantically, but you sure good enough to lay down and produce that kid. That's what people are talking about. Stop producing so many doggone kids. Let's produce some marriages. Then we produce some children. It's not that hard to do that. It's very simple. We know what it takes to prevent having children. Do that. But sister, that's why some people just turned up on single mothers. Because some of these gentlemen was the child. And they saw a lot in that relationship. Now you mentioned why they don't say nothing about the deadbeat dads. Well, the deadbeat dads be gone, but who they dealing with? The mama. It's kind of hard to be, you can be mad that he was gone, but that's about most you can be, is just be mad that he gone. But he dealing with you every day. He's seen men coming in and out of the house dealing with you. Some of these men have been touched by some of y'all boyfriends, but they not having that conversation, but I'm having it. So some of them are turned up on that way too. Or maybe some of your boyfriends try to touch their sister or have done it. It's a lot of reasons why men are turned up by single mothers. And we're talking about in the Black community. Now, well, of course, not all single mothers are bad. Of course, she's right. Some men show one face and then they get pregnant and then they disappear, or they act like Walter over there on Fresh and Fit, talking about I love you, and I want to have a baby with you and all of that situation, right? And then you get pregnant and all of a sudden now you're talking about take a pill. They got dudes that do that. No, that's true. That is 100% true. I would never say dudes out here just being angels and the women is all wrong. No. A lot of these dudes lie to get in between a woman's legs every day. But the fact is, when the men say choose better, in other words, don't fall for sweet nothings. Look at this dude's actions. Is he going to make a respectful woman out you? What I mean by that? Is he going to put that ring on your finger? Is he going to marry you and make you his wife? That's what we talking about. Choose better. That's the part.